Welcome nerds, nerdettes, and pop culture enthusiasts alike. Welcome to my channel. Chris here, talking Howlet. Just to talk a little bit about some Logan movie stuff. So, what to read before watching the movie Logan. That's what I'm here to present to you. So, I've been keeping myself spoiler free, only watching trailers and that sort of thing. So, just from that, don't get very much. But of course, the movie is based on, very loosely, I guess, based on the Old Man Logan storyline here. So I'll show you guys a few covers here. This is the main thing. So I'll also show you a few other books that, for myself, being prepared to go in to watch Logan, even though I'm already a huge Logan fan, Wolverine fan, Marvel Comics fan. It's very hard to maybe understand, to see where they're drawing the concepts for the movie from. Like I say, it's very loosely based on Old Man Logan here, which is a great, awesome book, great, powerful story with beautiful artwork as well too. But of course, you got the characters like Laura and Professor X, which are not in this particular book, and then a whole bunch of other things that, concepts that are and aren't, that are, all being smashed into this movie. So even myself, I like being prepared to understand where they're drawing from the source material. So this one first, we'll discuss this one. So we'll show you that cover, put some there. Let's see what else. I'll show you the covers, and then we'll just get on to the talking. So you guys have probably seen these before. Great story, lovely artwork, very simple. I read through it again. It was very powerful, of course, when I first read it. Second go through, of course, you're already prepared, you know what's happening. But yeah, very quick read, but just emotionally, it tells a really good story with beautiful artwork, with a bit of a twist at the end as well too. So which is really interesting, like I say. So after I show all these comics to you guys, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Leave your comments, questions below. Talk about what books perhaps you read to prepare yourself for watching the Logan movie. If you've already watched it, again, please don't share any spoilers, but what did you think of the movie? What books do you think maybe somebody should read to prepare themselves for that? So here you go. And of course, it ends with the Hulk, which you can't do in this movie. So the basics of the Old Man Wolverine is, of course, it's set in the future. Old Man Logan, after supposedly, did. If you haven't read the story yet, I'll spoil the story for you. But of course, I won't spoil the movie for you. Is that he killed all the X-Men, the heroes, or the villains won, and basically he's got a new family. He's not the Wolverine, won't pop his claws anymore. And to get the rent for the Hulk gang, he's got to, he's got no other choices, basically. So he goes on this road trip. When Hawkeye presents himself to Wolverine, he's just said, I got some cargo, I got to take it across here, I need somebody to help. I can help you out. By doing this, you're going to get some money and be able to pay your rent, save your family. So it's that basics of the road trip, which is there in the trailers and the idea in the movie. And Laura Kinney, X-23, basically being the cargo where they got to get to somewhere else. Professor X is playing kind of the Hawkeye sort of role. In this book, Hawkeye is blind. Of course, still has some kind of skill or whatever, but he's unable to do some things, as Professor X is shown in the trailers. He's, I think, going through Alzheimer's or things like that. So Wolverine has to take care of him. So what are some of the other basics? Yeah, so road trip. And of course, there's some interesting things that happen along the road trip. They meet, like, Hawkeye's, daughter, which is related to Spider-Man somehow. Is it Spider-Man's daughter? I can't remember. Somehow related to Spider-Man. Yeah, through the line or whatever. So they get the spider buggy. What else? They meet like a T-Rex with a symbiote on it. Throughout here too, it's not very big, but the Moloids are running amok around the United States as well too. Of course, those won't be in the book. And then an interesting twist at the end is basically there's like a super soldier serum, which is the cargo that Hawkeye wants to deliver, and then but he wants part of that, and then eventually he gets betrayed and things turn around on him, and then that main story ends there. But then he goes back home, and the Hulk game, some of the Hulk's bastard kids have killed his family by saying they just kind of got bored, and before even the rent was due or whatever, killed his family before he got back. And that goes to the final here of Giant Size Wolverine, and he has a fight with the Hulk. So great story. So for me, looking at this, I think all those basic elements, those plot points, can be in this road trip kind of movie. Of course, it's not probably as far in the future. This is 50 years in the future. And of course, Logan, the movie, I don't think is that far. So yeah, like I said, those basic elements from Wolverine will be there, those basic plot points, but it's very, very loosely based on it. I don't think there's much else besides the points that I've already addressed that could be put into the plot of the Logan movie. Something else that I'm going to read to that I have read to give more idea on the characters that are being portrayed in the movie are some of these issues right here. One of the characters is going to be the Donald Pierce character, and his gang of, what do you call them, the Reavers. Throughout the Marvel comics, there always have been these anti-mutant gangs that have been going against them, one of them being the Reavers, or there was the Marauders as well too, but mainly for the Donald Pierce character, where he really took over the Reavers. Might want to read X-Men books from about 229 all the way up to about 252. In between those X-Men books, any of the stuff with the Donald Pierce and the Reavers, you might want to read. Maybe some of this stuff is going to get in the movie. I'm not quite sure. Like I say, it just gives me an idea more on the motives and the character. Hopefully, maybe some of the elements from these books will actually be in there. Maybe it's all going to be brand new. I don't know, but this is what I'm reading. Prepare. So 229. Here's a 248. There's another one with some plot from Donald Pierce. And all the way up to here, 252. So like I say, anywhere between those books, 229 to 252, any of the Donald Pierce stuff, you might want to read to prepare yourself for that character. I say it's going to look very different in the movie, I think, but like I say, I love seeing the connections between the source material to the movie. Let's see, another one right here. It's been told to me that perhaps some of the stuff from this storyline might make it in there as well too. Elements from this story where they're going against the Marauders. This was a big crossover. The Mutant Massacre went into various X books, so maybe perhaps some of the plot points will be sourced from here as well. So I don't have them all, but here's just a few books from the Uncanny X-Men. 210, got 211, and 212. Some beautiful covers, great stories. This was one of the very much loved story as well too from the Uncanny X-Men right there. So there's a few there. So that actually went from 210 to 214. I'm missing 214 and various other X books that crossed over into as well. And of course the next big thing, of course, is Laura X-23. She's in the movie. So one of the things that I want to read for her, or that you guys might want to read for her, is her origin story. I've been watching online, and some of these websites and other videos are showing you, what to read before Logan, and they're showing you things like all new Wolverine, which I think has no way in any part going to be part of the Logan movie. I mean, that's where the all new Wolverine is where Laura takes over the mantle of Wolverine. I don't think that's any part of this, but I definitely think the stories right here of her origin, you might want to, if you have not read up on that. This is in the just X-23 stories here. This was, I think the story's called Innocence Lost. where her origin is. Not her first appearance, but this is her origin story. So I hope they do go through a bit of this. Of course, really getting to know more of her backstory on how she became, that maybe that she's not just a new mutant that actually happened, that she is a clone. I want them to stick more to her true origin. If she's just a new, I don't know. If she's just a new mutant, then so be it. But it's really nice if they stick more close to that. So and of course they show all her claws in the trailers. They show her foot claws and hand claws. So at least that's pretty cool. And she just looks like a real kick-ass character in the movie. So yeah, here's her origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So just to understand, if they don't show her complete origin in the movie, this will give you more insight into the character. When you see those plot points maybe used from this, maybe it'll give you a better impact on that. The next one here that I wanted to read, I don't think it's going to have very much exactly the elements from this, but it might be worth reading as well too. This is issues 450 and 451 of X-Men, so 450, 451, which is the first time that Wolverine comes into contact with Laura. And there, look, she's wearing the Fang costume. It's really cool. So like I say, the points in this really I don't think are going to use, besides the meeting of Wolverine and X-23. Now, what I'm hoping in the movie, I don't know, they showed another set of claws, or Wolverine fighting somebody, but I'm not sure if it was actually Laura or not. But that's what I'm trying to get at. Is in this book, it was basically a Wolverine versus X-23 book, because it was the first meeting of them. And one of the big points of Laura is she's got this trigger scent, and I'm wondering if the Reavers are going to somehow eventually make Wolverine fight X-23, or make her fight him or whatever, which would be interesting. So yeah, I think that's about it that I got to show you guys. That's what I've read to prepare myself. It could be all way off. Like I say, you could only have just the basic elements of Old Man Logan, and then could have no other source material for the movie. But I'm really looking forward to watching Logan. Going to be watching it this weekend. So let me have your guys' thoughts on the movie. No spoilers, please. But what did you read, or what do you think after watching the movie? What should a person have read to prepare themselves for watching the movie? What did you think of the movie? This is going to be a really great movie, I think, as far as the reviews have been saying so far. So please share your thoughts below, get the conversation going, and if you haven't already, subscribe, become part of this big YouTube community with me. I'd love to have you on board. And we'll talk to you guys all later, and we'll share a video with you after I watch Logan. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.